All right, folks, yesterday we just explored square roots more. Today we are going to be talking about approximating square roots. I talked about it a little bit last week, but I'm going to go into more detail with it today. All right, so this is Unit 8, Lesson 5. So I'm just going to kind of go over the main idea of this lesson today. So approximating square roots. Well, let's start with this. So we talked in the last lesson about the square root of 16, okay? So I know that the square root of 16 is equal to what? Yeah, it's 4. I'm assuming someone answered me at that point. But yeah, the square root of 16 is 4. Perfect. All right. And then the square root of, let's say, 25. Square root of 25 is 5, right? Now, if I was to ask you to approximate the square root of, 20, what two numbers would you say that was between? I mean, if we're looking up here, it would make sense that the square root of 20 would be in between 4 and 5, okay? So we're in the middle there, okay? Because 20 is somewhere in between 16 and 25, right? So if you were to take, let's do it this way, okay? Forget about this stuff for a sec. Instead of 25, let's say the next biggest square root is, 36. The perfect square, 36. The square root is 6, right? Now, without the knowledge of what the square root of 25 is, I know that it has to be between 4 and 6, because 25 itself is between 16 and 36. And that works out because the square root of 25 is 5, which is between 4 and 6. So let's think about this. All right, I know that the square root of 25 is equal to 5. And the square root of 36 is equal to 6. So if I was to say, what's the square root of 29? Yeah, let me get a different color for this. So the square root of 29. I don't know what the square root of 29 is off the top of my head, but I know that if 29 is between 36 and 25, then the square root of 29 has to be somewhere between 5 and 6. All right, so let's make a guess. I'm going to guess, maybe it's like halfway between. A little less than halfway, so let's say 5.4. All right, let's check it out. So if I type in my calculator, what is the square root of 29? What do I get? Oh man, I was a little, actually no. So the square root of 29, if you enter it in your calculator, is actually going to be equal to 5.38. 5164807. Okay, you can go on forever, but if we round it up to the nearest tenth, that's pretty darn close. I mean, to what I estimate. So you can be pretty darn close to these approximations using this idea, okay? That if your square root is between two perfect squares, your answer has to be between the square roots of those two numbers as well. All right? This is a great way to approximate square roots. If you don't have any calculators, you're just trying to do some quick math, this is a great way to do that. All right? Now you can use this on the homework today or the practice problems today. If you have any questions, please come to my office hours. You can ask me then. The office hours are at the top of my Canvas page, or you could just email me. I'm totally fine by that. All right? So you all have a good one. Have a happy rest of the day. Woohoo. Enjoy your quarantine.